everyone, welcome back to Liz Sews. Today I thought I would work on the bra for my Belle inspired set from Beauty and the Beast. So far I've put together just the cups and the straps. This is using the Boylston bra pattern from Orange Lingerie. I already have a tutorial that I filmed a couple of years ago up on my channel for this pattern, so I didn't think it was necessary to really show you how I went about constructing it, but if you're interested in making the Boylston bra, I can link it up in the iCards above right here. So I've just made the cups and straps. I've used that stretch taffeta on the outside, and then the inside has just sheer cup lining. That way it keeps it stable, and hopefully I put an extra strip of sheer cup lining in the seams as well, just to sort of help secure the seam and make sure that it doesn't shred apart over time. And that's just because this is a woven fabric, and it is more likely, you see right here, to start shredding and unraveling, and I'm trying to avoid that across all of my seams where there's going to be tension. So now that the cups are all constructed, I kind of need to decide whether or not I'm going to use the lace along the band portion here. So it's just sort of laying things down and auditioning it. Let's see. I don't know, I really like this lace, but I just don't think it works great with this yellow taffeta. I think I'm going to leave the lace out. I might make another bra this month with this lace instead. It's sort of thematically linked to Beauty and the Beast, but I think I'm going to forego the lace in here. I wonder if I might could use just little bits of lace to accent maybe the side of the cradle. I think actually I kind of like how that looks. That might be interesting. Okay, I think I'm going to cut out some lace that's just going to accent the side cradle here, and then leave the rest of it all yellow, because of course I will have the swags and roses put on top of this as well, even though that's something that's going to be removable. I think it might be nice to have just a little bit of this lace. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Okay, so cutting out lace, and then I'll come back to you once I construct the frame. Okay, so now the frame is done. I'm really happy that I put just this little bit of lace in there. It adds just a little bit extra sparkle to make it special. So now I'm going to go ahead and drop my 2 cups into the frame and start putting in elastics. Okay, so now the base bra is done. I do like how it turned out. I like this little bit of lace detail in the side. I don't think it'll be seen very much when worn, but I like that it's there. So now I need to go ahead and start working on the swag detail, which I'm going to be doing in a silk chiffon. So the first thing I need to do is measure how much I need. So I want to do a swag that connects from the center front to the strap here, and then I'm going to do another one that goes around the shoulder, off the shoulder and on the side. So I'm just going to use my measuring tape here to figure out how long I need to do a swag from the center front to the strap point. Let's see, that looks pretty good. So I'm going to say 8 inches for that. And then what I'm going to do is measure from where the strap attaches and then all the way down here. I've already tried on my bra and adjusted the straps, so I know that they're the right length. So I'm going to measure from that strap attachment point, starting at 8 inches. And moving down here. To where we attach in the back, we have 22. So to get from the front to the back is 22. I'm going to give myself an extra 5 inches just so that I have a nice swag on the shoulder. So let's see, 22 plus 5 is 28. And that's one side, and so I'll need 56 inches to do total. So what I've basically done is measured from the front to the strap down here, and then I've added 5 inches and then doubled that over to account for the other side of the bra. So what I'm going to do is cut out a long strip of bias chiffon that is 12 inches wide by, I think I said 56 inches is what I said. And that should be enough to go so that I have one strip that goes from the back around my arms to the strap point, to the center front, to here, and then back around to the other side as well. So 12 inches by 56, and cut on the bias so that I get a nice drape with that. Okay, so chiffon has been cut out. It was kind of shifty, but I'm not too worried about it being exactly perfect. Obviously, because it's bias cut, it's very shifty as well. So you can see like it grows a lot. So what I'm gonna do is lay this out and then sort of match up my long sides. And then I'm probably gonna sew this with a serger all along there to form one continuous tube. So unfortunately, the rest of the footage, the audio has been compromised. I don't have enough materials to reshoot this. I'm just gonna have to do a voiceover instead. So for the tube, I've sewn along that long edge, serged it, and then flipped it to the outside. Now I'm going to go ahead and put basting stitches in on the dead center where it's going to be gathered at the center front, as well as the 8 inches away for the straps, and then on the very ends of my tube. The basting stitches is using the longest stitch I have, and that allows me to sort of like gather it up and get a nice look for the swag itself. Here the basting stitches have been put into the chiffon, and I'm just going to take the tails on one end and just tie them into a knot. I like to do about 3 knots just to make sure that it's nice and secure. Once it's been knotted at the top, I can pull the bottom or bobbin thread and sort of get a nice even gather on there. I'm not measuring anything, I'm just sort of like gathering it up as tight as I possibly can. And once I have something that I think looks good, I'm gonna go ahead and tie in the knots along the bottom of that gather as well. I'm going to do this for both the center front, at the strap attachment points, as well as the very back of the chiffon tube. Once they're all gathered and into place, I'm just going to run a straight stitch along all of those gathering points to really secure them, making sure that they don't fall apart in the future. Now I've done all of the gathering and I've stitched it into place, and I'm really liking how this is going to look. I want to make sure that the seam is on the back of the tube, so it's not something that can be seen from the front of the bra, and I'm going to go ahead and start attaching it. For the very center front here, I do have wires in the bra, so I'm not going to want to use my sewing machine to attach there. I'm probably just going to hand sew it. That way I don't have to worry about breaking my needles or anything because of the wires being in place. But for the strap attachment point, I can go ahead and use my sewing machine to do a straight stitch back and forth and secure it into place. And then the last very end of the bra, or of the tube, I went in along the back, along the strap point, and zigzagged that into a place. The reason I'm going to zigzag onto the strap is because it allows it to stretch a little bit while it's worn. So attaching at all of those places at the center front, the strap, and the back strap as well. And here's what it looks like once it's all sewn onto the bra. I really liked how it looked, and I think the swag is exactly how I imagined. Just looks perfectly belle, and I think it's great for off the shoulder. The very final part of making this bra is, of course, attaching the silk roses onto the front and the straps. I was thinking about making the swag removable, but that's not something that I ended up doing in the end. I just attached everything permanently. So for the roses themselves, I am going to use E6000 glue to attach them on. But first, I'm just going to take my scissors and chop off as much as I can of that sort of plastic base so that it sits as flat as possible. Then flattening all of the fabric around the way, getting my glue out. You do want to make sure you're in a ventilated space. If you're using E6000, the fumes can be quite pervasive. So I'm just going to put a little bit onto the bottom of the flower itself. By a little bit, I probably mean a lot. I wanted to make sure they're good and secure on there. And just getting as much on there as I could, and then sort of placing it onto the bra itself. Now this glue does take approximately 72 hours to be fully cured. So once I put these roses on, I did wait a full 72 hours before trying the bra on again, just because I didn't want anything that's going to fall off or anything like that. I am attaching the flowers to the chiffon portion of the bra. So if I really, really wanted to, I could unpick the stitches on the chiffon portion and just take all of those off to have a yellow bra, but I can't really see myself doing that. I really enjoyed how this bra turned out. I think it looks fairly close to my inspiration, and it definitely reads Beauty and the Beast to me as well. I'm quite enamored with the chiffon swags, and it's something I could see doing again in some other fantasy pieces, not necessarily for any of the rest of my Disney projects, but it was an interesting technique, and I really like how it turned out. I think it looks very romantic and soft and fantasy-like. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this look at putting together my Belle bra for my Disney Bounding in the Bedroom projects. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell down below so that you don't miss out on any new parts of my Disney Bounding in the Bedroom series. I hope everyone has enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Take care.